What is going on, everybody? Hopefully this has a few views. Don't know if it'll get any views on a Saturday afternoon. It is ERB Sports. I'm John. By myself today on my deck. Hopefully the audio's good. Hopefully the video's decent. The other day when we did the Batter Up segment on Brett's channel, I was doing it from my basement, and the actual video quality from my end was terrible. So apologies for that. I wanted to talk a little bit about Topps Chrome. I don't know how long I'll be here. Got a eating contest coming up tomorrow, but in the case of my thoughts on Topps Chrome, I did want to share them before the eating contest tomorrow. Hopefully the video cooperates. Welcome in the box, Brett. Although this is on my channel, not yours, so I can't use that line. But in the case of Topps Chrome this year, the screenshot that I put on this video was from my LCS yesterday. I think somebody had a personal break that one of the Indie Card Exchange folks opened for them. I think they had two jumbos, and they pulled a Julio Rodriguez number to 199 auto and a Juan Soto number to 25. Now, I've seen a lot of cases opened over the last 24 hours, and I will say that was an anomaly, an extreme anomaly. I don't know if that's indicative of whenever you hit a hot case, it's going to be really hot, or whenever you hit a bad case, it's going to be really bad. But watching some of these cases and sort of the autos that were pulled, the fact that somebody at my LCS, which they've pulled some heat over the years, pulled two really good autos out of the same case, I assume, was kind of an anomaly. So I'd love to hear some thoughts in the chat. I don't know, Brett, if you got any thoughts on that. I mean, it could be just a one-off. I've got a couple other thoughts to share about Topps Chrome. Like I said, I didn't necessarily want to stay on too long, but first things first, we'll just kind of rattle them off one at a time. Quality control, really not good. On the base cards especially. A lot of surface issues, a lot of roller marks. Very, very off-centered. I saw plenty of wanders pulled last night late that were either 80-20 one way or 80-20 the other way, top to bottom. It's just really bad. I definitely think that the auto cards, because they're always kind of special prints on those, a little bit shorter printed, will have a better chance at having quality control, although I did still see some scuffs on many of the autos, especially the base autos. There's really no excuse for that. I'm not saying everything has to be a PSA 10, but it definitely doesn't bode well for the long-term value of the product when you see such a bad number of cases right off the rip. I'm intrigued to find out what retail looks like. I know they got plenty of formats on the retail. You have like mega boxes. You've got obviously blaster boxes. I think they canceled the cello packs. I don't think they do those anymore because the pinks and sepias are in the same product. So that is definitely going to be one thing I'll have my eye on. Should have hanger boxes now that I think about it. They've had those before. I think those were last year. And if the price goes up, they're going to be this year. In case of other things on the product, I think we were all sort of promised the fact that the Julio Rodriguez, CJ Abrams, Mackenzie Gore, Hunter Green, Bobby Witt Jr., Spencer Torkelson were going to be in the extended short prints, and I don't think anybody's pulled those cards yet. I highly doubt they exist. They're cards, I think, numbered like 216 to 220. So one thing I actually was curious about was, if you look at the ones that are for sale on eBay right now, are those actually cards numbered, 216 or to 220 for the autos? No, they're not. They're actually rookie autos with the code for the player's initials on the back. So that kind of cancels that theory out of maybe saying those are the actual cards, but who really knows? Houdini just said it was bad, and that's not a good sign. Yeah, definitely not a good sign at all, Brett. So other thoughts on Topps Chrome. My LCS was good, I guess, about kind of lowering the price point. They had regular hobby boxes for $275 and jumbos for $550. I saw Fanatics had a drop on their website for Topps Chrome. I don't know that anybody enters a drop. Hey, Bishop. Yeah, I don't know if anybody enters a drop like that to go get a $300 hobby box when you can buy it on the Topps website as well. And it's been sitting up there for more than 24 hours and will probably sit there for a while until they literally take it down. And that is very, very funny that Fanatics would think, hey, people are going to love this. They're going to, I did about the same as you, Bishop. So I ordered 4 blaster boxes. I ordered 2 series of 2. Probably should have done 3 because I'm paying probably just an extra $30 or whatever. But I ended up with 2 orders of 2, and then I ended up with 2 light boxes. I was going to rip one and hold one. I missed out on those last year because they were very popular, and we'll have to see. I mean, I agree with your comment. It could be the fact that the blasters are the way to go on Chrome. They were probably the latest printed, hopefully. What do I think the bottom price is on hobby boxes, Brett? Great question. So I saw Filmington had a video where he thought it was going to bottom out at like 165, 170. Looking back at last year's Chrome, which was 2021 class, had all the rookies in it, but they're not great rookies, but they were all in it. I think right now it's sitting at like 140. I'm not sure it goes all the way to like 120, but I think you go like 3-4 months from now towards like right around Christmas time, maybe Thanksgiving. I feel like this product has $155 written all over it. That's my call. I could be wrong. It could drop, like Bishop said, even lower. Could go to $120. But I think $155 is where it's going to probably settle, because people will still feel like Wander is a chase somewhat, even if those actual short prints don't end up being in the product. I'm curious on the light boxes, what they look like. I imagine a black and white speckle or whatever it is with the parallel of a Wander is going to look really cool. Hopefully the quality control's good. You're probably not going to get one if you only order 2 boxes. I think the max quantity you could order was 10. So, yeah, definitely a lot of stuff to think about. And catch up on the comments. If those cards are not in the box, people are not going to... Yeah, that's true. That is true. I agree. However, Wander still is in the box, and the autos are still there. So that does have... If those guys are really that good, it's going to have some retained value versus like last year, where I think last year bottomed out at like 120. So I think it's going to hover a little bit higher, but not a lot. So I'm going to stick with 155. I don't know. I could be wrong. But yeah, the fact that the pre-order on this, like Brett says, was all the way up to 400. Was it ever even higher than that? I don't know that it was. But yeah, your LCS is selling them for $375. That's way overpriced. That's going to come down. What I hope for them, though, if they're selling it for $375, is that they didn't have to pre-order it for about $350, and they're trying to like make such a slim margin on it, and they didn't get a great allocation, because my LCS has it for $100 cheaper, and usually about 3 to 4 weeks out, they will drop it a little bit more. So I could see that going to like $225 before it maybe hovers, like I said, right around probably that 150 mark, maybe just a little bit higher. We'll have to wait and see. That's why they play the game, right? So yeah, Topps Chrome in general. Any other thoughts that I got at the moment on it? I was really amped up about it. Brett was trying to convince me otherwise, saying update was the way to go this year. To be honest, I am not sure that Topps. I don't know what they're going to do. They surely cannot hold these guys out till next year for regular base cards. Could they just literally skip it all together because they just want to sort of like screw with us? They could. Either that, or they're going to print that to the moon. And maybe that's what they're waiting for, is to print it like absolute crazy on update. And definitely it'll be interesting to see. Brett the other day told me that you said the LCS was 325 yesterday, has a Topps direct account. Okay, good. Bishop says his LCS does not have a direct account, and figure that's why they're. Yeah, that could be. So in the case of Update, Brett said the other day that he would buy a sealed case, or probably just a case, maybe 2 cases of hanger boxes from like a BJ's or something like that. I do agree. If all of those guys are in there and they're going to have parallels and they're going to have autos and everything else as far as the Update series, that could be a very, very good, fun product to open. And it won't be that tough of a price point, although the short prints are gone, but that could be a very, very fun product to open and chase. So that might be the way to go. And then Update Chrome and Update Chrome Sapphire would be the other ways to go. So yeah, didn't necessarily want to spend too much time on here. We're at like 11 minutes, but in general, I will be very, very keen to watch more breaks of this. We got a few more people in here, so maybe I'll go into overtime. But yeah, I'll be very keen to watch breaks of this over the next week or so and see what happens. If these cards don't come out of here within a week, we have to assume that they're either in a different format of the product or they don't exist at all, which is really going to be unfortunate. So yeah, on a brighter note, I have a contest tomorrow. Note anybody who's new to the channel here, ERB Sports. We originally started as a channel called Eat, Rip, Bet, which didn't really roll off the tongue very good, but now we're ERB Sports. We're based in Indiana, which I didn't grow up here, but I live here now. I've lived here for like 20 years, and I have an eating contest tomorrow because one of the, obviously the channel staples is OT. Yeah, good. I'll go OT until my phone runs out of charge or somebody says it's dinner time. But anyway, going back to the eating, ripping, betting. So eating, I would say I'm a low end pro eater, ranked like 39th out of the top 50 for Major League Eating. So I've been doing that for about 2 years now, give or take. I think maybe 3 years if you count the pandemic year, which was kind of a throwaway year. We've got bratwurst to eat down in Cincinnati tomorrow, right by Great American Ballpark. It's always a great time, always a great field. I just found out the other day, though, I'm going to have my work cut out for me in terms of competition. It's going to be an extremely stacked field tomorrow. Joey Chestnut won't be there, but it will have Jeff Esper, Mickey Sudo, Nick Wary. A lot of these sports card fans are like, who the heck are they, right? I actually saw Bob Shout, who is an eater. I actually saw him at the National. Many people don't know who Bob is, but Bob has a YouTube channel. Google him. The Notorious B.O.B., I think he goes by. I saw Bob Shout at the National. He looked familiar. He was walking right at me, and I was like, I know that guy. I know that guy from somewhere. And I was like, as he passed, I was like, eating. That's it. I knew it. Yeah, should have went to dinner with him and done a food challenge in Atlantic City. Shame on me for not doing that. So, but yeah, wish me luck tomorrow. I've got one more chug training to do. I managed to do a little bit of a brat training during the week, during like a lunchtime. That was fun. Brats are not my favorite food to eat by any means. I like them, but in the contest brats that they serve, not great. They're a little rubbery. They boil them, and sometimes they forget to use the flat top. But it should be fun nevertheless. Definitely looking forward to getting out there at the table again. Be my first contest in almost probably 4 months, although I do train regularly, so it's not like I'm rusty at all. Did donuts back in May. I've got this contest, but then in 3 weeks' time, I've got a pumpkin pie eating contest coming up around October 9th, and that should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that one. Also in the kind of Dayton, Ohio, Cincinnati area, which is funny. The next 2 contests are in the same state, so wish they had more contests around me here in Indiana. That won't happen until probably, I would say, December, when we have the St. Elmo Shrimp Cocktail Eating Contest, which will be a lot of fun. It'll be my third year doing that one. I'm hoping for my personal best. And getting back to Topps Chrome, enough about eating, right? We are in OT, as Jay Campbell said. Sad part, Brett says the sad part about how hard, yeah, it really sad. It's funny that you'd think like a case would have one good auto or like separation auto for a jumbo or a hobby. I saw at least 5 different jumbo case breaks yesterday, probably more than that. And I saw, I don't know, 10 hobby case breaks of regular hobby. There were some that like a base auto of a decent player was the best one, which really sucks. Tons and tons of pitchers. The vets I don't mind as much as long as they're good. I mean, you can get a Juan Soto. You can get probably a Mike Trout. I saw a lot of people getting like Mitch Haniger or Kyle Seager. That's 2 Mariners, right? You should pick better choices when you spout out names. But it was interesting. I mean, obviously, vet autos are sort of filler autos, but if they put good vets in there, they're not bad. I'd rather have a vet auto than a relief pitcher that's a rookie from the year before who pitched like 25 games and pitched like 30 innings. I would much rather have a Mitch Haniger autograph. But that's not going to break the bank as far as a sale goes. So that is really, really unfortunate. Oh yeah. Thanks, Jay. Best of luck tomorrow. Yeah. I'll definitely keep up the collab with Brett. We need to bring somebody else into it. I don't know who else would be willing to join us. But anybody who wants to join us, who has a YouTube channel, even if it's small, we would definitely love to have you guys on. We do it usually on Thursday nights, right around 9 o'clock my time. I live in the Eastern time zone, sometimes between 8 and 9. But yeah, we try to stick to about 45 minutes to an hour. Try to prep a little bit of time ahead of time. Try and get some topics out and kind of have a couple pages of notes so it's not completely ad hoc. I didn't have any notes. I just said, hey, Brett, I think I want to go live. I want to talk about my eating contest tomorrow and tell you a little bit of my thoughts of Topps Chrome. So this is very, very, very spur of the moment. I don't have a script or anything. So as you can probably tell. Oh, yeah, we should pull in Doogie, yeah, because he lives in like Kokomo, which is not too far from me. I'll bring that up on the screen. But yeah, he lives in I think Kokomo area, which is like an hour from me, and I've been there before for archery contests for my son. But yeah, we should do a parking lot rip, or he should definitely be brought into the live stream or something like that. That would be a lot of fun. So we got 5 people in here watching. That's more than I thought. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Any final closing thoughts in the last couple minutes here of Topps Chrome that I can think of? I said quality control already. That's obviously pretty key. Although I think you can kind of expect that with base cards. And yeah, thanks Bishop as well. I appreciate the good luck on the eating content. Go get them tomorrow, Brett. Yeah, all you guys are making me really, really, really dread reporting back with a video that is a disappointing video. So I have to definitely give it my A game. I want to make this a good video. I'm going to try and do one-on-one interviews ahead of time with some of my friends that are eaters. Joey won't be there, like I said, but I'll try to get Mickey Sudo or Nick Weary. They usually bring their son with, so I'll try to get them in the video. Maybe we can have some funny thoughts. I'm usually good at that stuff, spur of the moment. So Bishop. Yeah, thank you for that reminder. I do think the inserts this year with I called it in the city, but it's actually heart of the city. I thought that was going to be like a hard to find insert, more like a downtown. It seems like it's very, very common. It's like the baseball insert from last year. You're going to find those in blaster boxes like absolute crazy. It would be fun to find one of those in a parallel or with an auto on it because they all have great players. But they're obviously going to be pretty rare. And the other inserts from the pinstriped or the future stars looks a little different this year, but they always use kind of the same design of that. But yeah, the inserts look, classics. That was the other one. They look a lot better this year than last year. Much, much better, which that is good to see that they're paying attention to like adding value somewhere, even if they have to dilute the crap out of the actual base cards or the autos or whatever, that give people something that feels like, hey, that's a cool card. I can at least have that in my collection, even if it's very common. Um, and everybody's going to get one because if you open a blaster box or two, you're going to get the Aaron Judge Heart of the City card. So it won't have tons and tons of value, but it will still be fun to open. I do think that was a good call by Topps to add that. And any other final thoughts on Chrome that I can think of? My blaster boxes from Target should arrive within, I would say, probably within the week. Hopefully, I'm not going to order any more. If I see them at a Barnes and Noble and I find out they actually do have short prints of the big boys in black box, but maybe not in hobby or jumbo, I'll definitely stock up. And I think we lost me for a sec, so I better wrap this up. Hopefully, it's not too choppy. Um, I don't know if I'm a little bit further away from my Wi-Fi spot. I'm in the backyard, so. But anyway, yeah, I'm not going to buy any more blasters. I am going to stick with what I bought. I'm going to have the 2 light boxes. I'd like to see some of them opened, find out what's in them. If the short prints come out of there, those will be popular. Uh, if they were in the product at all and we knew, I and I you know and I knew that you could get them at a reasonable rate, I would have bought 10 of those boxes or something like that. Like, um, if I could afford it. Um, but it's still a fun product to watch as a break. It's the cards in a chrome, even with the 2022 design, they still look really good. The refractors and the prisms look good. The colored cards look amazing, especially in a color match. But it's really unfortunate that we have to sort of see what happened with regards to the print run probably being a little bit higher than last year, 20% higher, really diluting the product, and then we don't really know what to what to make of the fact that those short prints haven't been pulled yet. They either don't exist or they're extremely hard to get, and we'll have to wait and see on that one. All right, guys. I don't know what happened there. Apologies for the blackout. I was outside. I came back in the house. So I guess we'll go ahead and try and end the live stream, even though I think it was still live. So apologies for that. And take care, everybody. See you next time.